Hi everyone. Um, Compliment of the season, and I hope we are doing great and living the best we can. It's been an amazing year, and it's really nice to be here. To as many of us who's been following my page, to those who's been writing and commenting, and you know, I am very, very, very grateful. I hope we are living the best life we can, because today is promise, tomorrow is not promise. And hopefully we can be able to make a great change come 2025 in a couple of days. God has been faithful and gracious to me, I must say. And so I don't know how you've been doing and how you've been faring. I just want to thank you for all who has been here, who has been on my page through this year, through January to December, and we are almost done with the year, and it's been an exciting move. It's been beautiful. Seasons upon seasons, great things has happened, and unforeseen circumstances has sometimes taking his time in our lives somehow, but I can really say it's been a great time. And if you know, we can't complain because everything that happens in any man's life is to glorify God's name, and some certain reasons why we have to be thankful, and we have to make sure we make do with the opportunity we have, the life we have given, the opportunity we get to meet people. We have to share them in a good memories and everything, not to squander them over things that are not really meaningful to you. The year has come, and the year has been, it's gone, and it's almost here. The new year is almost here. Do you have to continue with the same mentality that you probably took along with you from January to this very hour? It's not depending on you, what you want to do with your life this new year that just is about to come. We don't think the challenges that we've been faced with previously is gone, but we have to do better to be able to change the narrative of probably what you were faced with in the previous months or years that has passed by. Let's say 2024 was favorable to so many people. It was so favorable to some. It's been a massive time for everyone. As for me, God has been faithful to me. It's so very, it's also a beautiful time, and also a time to reflect on so many things that has happened from the month of January to these very few days left of 2024. We just have to appreciate God for everything. Things happen, changes are made in life. So many things alter your thinking, your ability to also focus. So many things happen, but when you have life, there is opportunity for you to make a new thing to happen. And for me, I can't complain because God has been faithful to me. He's kept my life, and so many things happened in any man's life. So to me, it's a little bit kind of a dicey time, but in all, we have to be very appreciative that we have life. That's what counts first. So 2024 is wrapping up. So what changes are you thinking of making? It's now about what do you want to do. Since 2024 is just on its way rolling off. So what changes are you meaning to make? Do you intend to change the way you treat people or the way you treat yourself? Nobody decides how he lives for a long time, but you can decide on the things you do for a long time. It's either you decide to live the kind of life you've been living, a life of procrastinations, not making change in your life and not willing to make change or take a decisive decision in your life, or you wake up to say, you know what, this is a new year that is approaching, I want to do better. Maybe the way you lived your life previous year, this 2024 that has just passed, that's about wrapping up a couple of hours from now. I don't think it's up to 48 hours or 72 hours anymore, so time is ticking off. It's either we learn now or make a change, or we stick to the way we've been living. So what are your plans for 2025? Do you want to carry on with the same mentality you've had from January to this very hour, or you have to make a change? So I always emphasize on to those people who want to do better in their life. There are a lot of certifications you can get online. You can read and do a research on them. Those who is willing to travel, there are a lot of research you can do, and you're able to actually decide that on time. To those who want to go back to school, those who are searching for jobs, those that are planning on so many other things they intend to do in their life, life is giving you opportunity to rephrase that and act right with them. So there are no better time to start. You can start today. You can start today. There's no better time to start. It's either you start now, or you start later, or you regret never starting. So the choices are all open up for everyone to then decide on what they want to do, or what they feel it's 100% comfortable for them. So this is not the era of thinking time waits for no man. It doesn't wait for anybody. You wake up every day, things are changing. You wake up every day, a lot of things are going up. Cost of living is just on the sky. It's just off there. So things are changing. We can't work with time, but time has to work for you sometimes if you know exactly what you're doing. So what exactly is your plan 2024? What are you doing differently 2024? What are your plans? What are the things, the strategies you are putting in place come 2025, I mean to say, that we are just about stepping in? What things are you intending to do? What do you intend to do? How do you change the narrative about so many things that has been happening in your life before? How do you want to change them? What do you want to do about it? Do you intend to stick to the same way you've been living? Do you think that's the best option? Do you think that's how it's going to be, or is the best way to deal with things? So for me, I think earlier the better you start making plans and changing the things that you've done or have been doing. Earlier the better for you to be able to sow a proper seed into your life now that will bring forth great fruit, probably before this time, same time next year, December. Because whatever you do now will determine whatever you will become come next year. If your life is going to still be on the aspect of you, you know, a lot of people actually depended on people to live throughout this year. Urgent 2000, they always seek that. That has been their plan all along. Oh, seeking urgent 2000 to be able to survive, and that is not actually what a good someone who really wants the very best for himself and the family would rely on. Urgent 2000, that cannot solve any issues. It can't solve some certain things in your life. So what exactly is your plan come this 2025? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you going to be on the bench, warming the bench, or you're going to be very decisive in taking decisions, things that are very important in your life? Is that what you're going to be doing? So if you have any idea, you could drop me a message and let's discuss about it. The ideas you have, things that you know better, things that you think is going to be useful and fruitful and important to other people to learn from you. We are equal to learning. We'll be more than happy to learn from you. So let us know what your plans are for 2025. And are you 100% prepared for that? Are you ready to make a change in your life come 2025? Or are you still going to stick around with the same idea, the same mentality of, I'm defeated, I can't do anything, or, like they say, manna does not fall from heaven anymore, except you have your own prepared manners that falls from heaven. So sometimes if you don't work, you don't get to eat, except you are only relying on urgent 2K, which will not solve your problems. So what are your plans? We are open for discussions, and I want to learn of you. I want to be able to hear from you. We can get to learn and share ideas together, the ones that will be profitable for everyone come 2025. What are your plans? What do you think you probably has done that you will be able to do differently come 2025? Do you intend to go into get more qualifications? You want to travel? You want to go back to school? You searching for job? You're changing your job roles? Are you learning a trade? Are you trying or planning to marry? Are you planning on relocating? Are you even trying to get to raise up kids? So what are your plans for 2025? Are you committing them to God? Is God the center of your plans? Do you think it's something that you need to invite God into to decide mostly for you, or you want to decide for God? What do you intend to do? How do you intend to thrive in 2025? Do you want to keep living the ways you've been living? This 2024 has taught you a lot of lessons. If you haven't learned anything, I believe you have a long way to go. As for me, I think every day that passes, I had a lot of lessons to learn this 2024. I have a lot of things that I needed to learn, or a lot of things that I've learned this 2024. It taught me a lot of things, how to be more reasonable and more very accommodating. So I won't say this year has not taught me a lot. I learned a lot from it. How to treat people, I've learned about that. To treat people more kindly, something that I'm really glad that I've learned more. Self-development, something that I actually God has been faithful to me on that. We can't change anything, but we can do better. So what's your plan 2025? What do you intend to do come 2025? It's just a few days from now. What things will you do differently that will be able to enhance the way you think and the way other things have been working out for you? So 2025 is around the corner. What are you doing? What will you do differently come this 2025? Are you going to stick your head the same way it's been procrastinating? Things are changing. If you probably bought a bottle of water a couple of days ago, if you go to some other shops, they will tell you something differently. So that tells you so many things are also changing. Cost of living is all off, so you can't relent on making any differences. You must be able to do something more tangible, more resourceful. You must have to be very intentional in making decision about what you intend to do in this couple of weeks to come. Because the decision you take today will actually affect most of the decision you will take along come 2025. So if you're still contemplating on, you're not decided yet on what you intend to do, it's earlier. I think it would be very wise for you to decide that now, which you still have the opportunity. Don't be like those people who always go about like, oh, every year they are into they say, oh, New Year resolutions. That's what they are fond of doing. No, doesn't work well that way. That's not the best. You can't keep making New Year resolutions and not abiding by them. It doesn't work well. So if you're making New Year resolutions, you're making plans to change so many things, you should be able to be very intentional in those changes that you're making, regardless of sometimes you need to actually just put so many things aside and focus on that specific things you intend to do in your life. Like, have a deaf ears to so many side distraction and tell yourself, you know what, I don't care who is just exactly calling me names that is not my names. I'm just going to stick my head out and do the best to make sure I come out great. So what decision are you taking? How are you actually changing some things for yourself? How it can affect you positively next year? It all depends on you. So sometimes people feel, oh, I need to get to it has to be 31st of December before I make a change. No, you don't need to wait till 31st. You can start from now, and that change you make will actually direct you into a kind of further change you will make come a few days from now. So everyone has a potential. Everyone is okay, but you have to do something for yourself come 2025, because the world is not waiting for anyone. Time is not waiting for anyone. It's just all about you. It all depends on what you're able to do within the time given. You don't know when your time is up, so you just have to do the very beautiful best you can to have a positive impact in yourself, other people around you, and so you can only rely on their potentials. Sometimes people just feel everything continually is going to be the same. It's not going to be. Things change. Things happen. Life happens to people differently, and they change. Things change. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, economically, financially, maritally, all of them, things can change. And when these things change, your life will never remain same. So what plans are you putting in place come 2025? Are you putting God first? Are you trying to live a life that will actually please God? And like I always tell people, for my own, what I best understand is that when you put God first, other things definitely they will fall into places. But you need to understand, you have to be in an environment for blessings to meet you, or you have to be in an environment for you to be able to have the ideas of what you're doing. If you are in an environment that is always polishing negativity, you will continue in that atmosphere and nothing good will come out of it. If you have a mentality of thinking that, you know what, I tried last year, it didn't work, and I'm not going to try again, you remain in that phase. So what exactly are you putting in place this year? Coming a few hours from now, I think that's just like 72 hours from now, and that will be the end of 2024. What exactly are you putting in place? What are the things you're doing? What are the things that you're putting in place to actually be able to succeed in 2025? If you had friends that are not really helpful, friends that has not been really that are not been supportive, and friends that has not really encouraged you, I like some people I have as friends, those who have encouraged me, those who have not encouraged me, and those who has been very helpful, and I really bless all of them. But 2025, if you've not been in a space that is moving for me, or that is you're moving along with me to be able to get to a proper destination, I'm leaving you behind, because you become liabilities. You need to create out an environment that will help you to grow, that will help people around you to grow. If you are the only wise one around your cycle, you're not wise. If you are only the smart person around your cycle, you're not smart. You're not. Because you have to learn from people. You have to learn from people. People also have to learn from you. And if peradventure you are going to point A and the people around you, they are going to point B, you will never succeed. So if so many of your friends or your cycles, they are going to point B and you are going to point A, you need to have a new directions. It's either you stick around, or you allow them drag you to point B, or you let go and have a full determination of actually achieving that thing, that target you set for yourself, to be able to get to point A. So it is really advisable that you start making taking that decisive decision right from this moment, that, you know what, come 2025, if you're not in the same space with me, if you're not thinking well, if you're not helpful, if your determination is to drag you down, to make you feel less of yourself, it's not helpful in actually achieving that goal that you've set aside for you, it can't be in the same ship with you. They are going to drown you. You're going to make sure that you don't get to your destinations. So many people can actually be in your space, and they are not helpful. These can be brothers, they can be friends, they can be your spouse, they can even be among your business associates, they can be in a church where you worship, they can be in a mosque where you worship, they can actually be your people you discuss businesses with. If they are not in the same, you are not in the same frequency, if both of you are not in the same frequencies, they are going to drag you down. But you have to actually evaluate yourself. Are you the one dragging them down, or they are the one dragging you down? If you find out if it is actually you are the one dragging them down, you don't deserve to be around such people, because you become a stumbling block to people who actually have dreams, who are determined to progress, who are determined to do something very nice for their life, to actually establish something that is unique in their life. You can't be a stumbling block to them. So if you are in a space where people are also stumbling block to you, you need to leave. You need to leave. If your friends are becoming a stumbling block, reshuffle it. Reshuffle your cycle. Reshuffle them. If they are not helpful to you, reshuffle them. If what they give to you is all about heartache, it's all about things that are not really useful, reshuffle your cycle. So you have to be very intentional in taking decision. You have to be very intentional in taking that swift decision regarding yourself come 2025. Because time does not wait for anyone. You can't afford to fail 2025. You can't. If 2024 was a little bit tough for you, and it's because of the decision you took, or the decision some certain people took around you, that made it very uncomfortable for you, and you're still on the same verge of taking that same decision 2025, trust me, nothing is changing. You will remain in the same cycle and struggling. At some point in time, you just have to understand that some friends come into your life not to help you, but to drain you. You also have to understand some marriages you walked into is either to drain you or to dry you. Some certain things, some places where you worship, some churches where you worship, it's either they are killing you spiritually, or you're not benefiting anything from the cycle. So you need to change. It's all about total overhauling. You overhaul your life come 2025. Decide the best thing you intend to do for yourself come 2025. It's just a couple of hours from now. Whatever decision you take now is going to affect you come in the next 365 days. Are you planning? Are you planning to get married? Are you planning to start off business? Are you planning of relocating? Are you planning of studying? Are you planning of setting up a business? Are you planning of doing something very tangible for you? If people that you need in that cycle are not supportive, if they are not having a productive contribution to your life, let them go. Let them go, because they are not on the same, you are not on the same frequency. They are not the things that they have is not aligned with your prospect. As such, it's going to drain you. So how do you survive or sustain something that is unifying, something that is really meant to make you feel better? How do you sustain them? So you have to grow. You need to be in a cycle around people that want the very best of you, that encourages you to do better. You need to be around a place, people that encourages you to do better. People who do not condemn you when you do something wrong. Rather, they correct you with love and teaches you the right path to take. If all the friendship that you have is based on financial benefit, cut them off. If all the friendship you have is based on what you can do for them, cut them off. If all the friendship that you have is based on, oh, do for me alone, cut them off. Those things are not friendship. They are cage. It's another means of exploitations. It's an exploitations. They are just exploring you for their own benefit. You must have to have people. If peradventure you are someone who is traveling, you are traveling to a certain state, and I will take my country, Nigeria, for example. You're traveling to Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and you get into that car or probably a bus that is taking you to Abuja, and somebody else is traveling to Lagos, and he steps into that same bus. Do you think that person knows his direction? Or probably the driver that is actually driving that car has intention of going to Lagos, and you stepped into a car that is going to Lagos. Have you missed your way? Of course you've missed your way. The destination is Lagos, and you're stepping in and you have intention of going to Abuja. You've missed your way. It's the same thing with the careers you choose in life. It's the same thing around people that are still in your life. What are their intentions? What are their intentions? Is their intentions to, are they planning on traveling the same route with you to go to your, the same destination you're going? Are they actually having a positive impact in your life? Do they come in to take the best of your life, or they are contributing? If you're married and you have a wife and you have a husband, your wife does not support your dreams. Your wife does not have the best interest, don't have your best interest at heart. Your husband does not have your best interest at heart. You are in a wrong ship. 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 If you're married, your partner, your husband, your wife, both of you must have your own interest. Your wife's interest should be your interest. Your interest should be your wife's interest. You must be able to support your wife to go through her career or any career she intends to pick up. Likewise you, or likewise your wife. So, but if your wife becomes a negative contributor to your own life, you are in a wrong ship. You're definitely going to sink. You're definitely going to sink. So what are your plans come 2025? Are you going to keep on in that same way that you've lived from January to December 2024? Do you have anything? Have you gone back to your cabinet, or probably yourself, to address so many things that you've done from January to December that didn't work out? Have you readdressed them and see that, you know what, I've done these things, it was wrong. I took this step, it was wrong. I should have done this way. This person actually misled me into having this decision. This business that I ventured into, this person actually didn't give me the full insights to this business and he had more idea about it, he didn't support me. Do I have to keep such friends? No. No, absolutely no. Because they are not actually interested in the things that matters to you. So why keep a relationship that is harmful to you? Why do you have to keep it? Why keep friendship that is not valued? Why keep friendship that is based on what they can get? Why keep such friendship? Why keep a relationship that is based on what they can benefit? That's harmful. It's of no use. They are draining you. And when they are done draining you, they let go of you because you are not a shaft. They are done with you. So you need to be very intentional this year. The people that are sailing your ship, the people that are walking the same path you're walking, if they are not helpful, let them go. If it is a brother, it's not helpful, let them go. It's a husband or a wife, it's not helpful, let them go. Because at the end, it's all about you. It's all about the decision you took. Because you can't actually give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. So come 2025, we have to be very intentional. Consider the people that you associate with. Are they actually adding values to you? Do they push you to do better? Or they are taking more from you? You know, some people, all the friends they have is the friends that they go to beer parlor to drink, or they go about womanizing, or they go about doing something that is nasty. That's all the friends they have. But when it comes to becoming accountable, when some certain things happen to you in your life, you find out, you readdress yourself over and over again, and you try to reshuffle things. You find it it's really uncomfortable, because those people you feel somehow, you know, it's really sad sometimes that we allow so many things in our life by ourselves. Yeah, some people who do not have your interest at heart, they've shown you over and over again. You weren't listening. You weren't looking. They've shown you how they act. They've shown you what they are and what they represent. They've shown you. You're the one that is not listening. You're the one that is not looking. You're the one that is not being attentive to whatever they are showing to you. Not them. They actually know what they want. They know what they want. They know what exactly that is interesting in their life. They know what exactly they want from you. You don't know. So the ball is in your court. If you live the life recklessly from January to December and things didn't work out the way it should be, and you have a lot of friends that have drained you and you keep hanging out with such friends, you're doing yourself. But for you to do yourself a great favor, reshuffle them. Filter them out. Right? There are, if you go through your mobile phone, there is something called delete. Things that you don't want, you delete them. Things that you don't want, you let them go. You let them go. You don't want it. They need to leave. They need to go. So if some certain people are becoming trash in your life, delete them. Recycle them out. They need to leave because they are not contributing to your life. And if you take them along, come 2025, they are going to drag you down. They will make life more difficult for you. If they have business proposal and you are the least of the persons they call when good things come to them, you're not in the cycle. If they have business proposal that will favor your businesses and they don't call you, you are not in their cycle. If they have good things, they have business ideas that's going to profit you, and you're not contacted, you are not in their cycle. And if by any chance they only ring you, they only call you, text you just because they have a problem, then you are being used. You're like a milking cow. They're using you for their own self-gratifications. And when they are done with you, bro, or sis, or whatever, they let go of you. So such people, such an individual, such business partner, such friends, such relationship, don't accommodate them come 2025. Don't. Re-strategize yourself. The things that you need to let go, let them go. So new things can come in. And when new things are coming in, check properly. Evaluate them. Evaluate them. Be decisive in taking decision on how to select your friends. The kind of people who can help you to grow your life, who can grow your businesses, who can encourage you to do better, who can add more values to you, who can develop your potentials, who can help you. Who can help you, not those who come around to drain you. And if peradventure you are such a friend who goes about draining people, have a rethink. If your own responsibility is to go into people's life to drain them, take the best of them, take the best that they have, and you think you're smart, stop it. Stop it, because it's not good. It is not the best. It is not the best. You can't keep doing that to people. You know, some family members, you know, you have so many brothers and sisters, probably they are living in diaspora. All they do, they work so hard, they do everything they can, they go under the winter season, summertime, whatever time seasons they have, they are sick, they struggle so hard to raise money and do something, and they say, oh, probably use this money to establish a business for me in their country, or build a house for me, do this project for me. You take their money and you don't do it. Bro, you're putting yourself in danger, because this person might have labored all their time, the pains, the struggles and everything, the time they spend, you know, it's not going to be funny. It's not. The reason why you are so determined to take somebody else's money just for your own personal gains is the same reason why that person did not sleep. He woke up from his bed and he went about looking for something, looking for a job, looking for where to get money, and he eventually got that money and he sent it to you as a brother or as a sister, as a mother, as a friend, as a pastor, to help me get something done. You decide to eat the money. Come on. What are you expecting? When they come for you, what are you going to say? He's a good friend or he's a bad friend or probably this. No. Don't. Don't venture into doing that. It's not the best. It's not the best. So many people are going through a tough time. They are going through a very serious tough time. And if they struggle so hard to raise a little stuff for you and say, help me to get this done as a brother, or help me to get this done as a sister, as an uncle, or however you are being related or in any form, get it done. If you want to charge them for your time, charge them. Then they understand they are paying for your services. But don't go about eating the money. Don't, because you become that is sinking the ship of that individual. And when they come around and they start asking for their money, asking for the things, and you start blaming them for taking the decision or action they took, come on, you can't slap me on my cheek and ask me how to cry. No, you can't do that. So come 2025, be intentional. Be intentional about the things you're doing. The people you socialize with, if they are not helping you, let go. The people you associate with, if they are not running the same race as yours, let go. The people you meet, you do businesses with, if they are not sharing up the new, we have a lot of information going around the media space. how friends become brothers. They help themselves, they grow, they have businesses, they venture into big businesses, big establishment. It's all there. So why is your case different? Why do you have to have friends that are actually out there to just drain you? Why with somebody you think he has your best interest? There's a business deal that came up. You're the least person he thinks about. It's only when there is a problem, when he has problem, that's when he remembers you. Or when he thinks that you have something to give to them, that's when your name ring bells in their mind. So those are not friends. Those are not friends. They are just there to extort you, drain you, and use you. That's it. And when they are done, they let go of you. And trust me, at some point in time when you need help, you call such people, they are never available for you. They've proved themselves over and over again. It's just that you're not saying, you're not looking at it. You refuse to believe that such people are actually in your cycle. They've been doing you dirty, but it's time for you to wake up and tell yourself, it's come 2025, I will reshuffle my cabinet, however you say it. I will reshuffle my friend list, however you say it. I will reshuffle my business associate. Did they actually do me dirty this year or something? Do I have to reevaluate them? Was I the one that was dirty with them? Did I do them dirty, or they did me dirty? So these are things you need to put into consideration come 2025. Because if there are financial crises all around the world, it hasn't stopped. The calendar year doesn't mean from January to December, because the time ticks like that. It says 365 days. That doesn't mean when you don't start well, life is just going to be simple. So many people have gone into debt from now to, let's say, March next year. They've borrowed money to actually get Christmas done, and hopefully they get January 1st of January to get a party. They've done that. They've borrowed money. They didn't borrow money for businesses. They didn't borrow money for investment. They didn't borrow money to educate themselves. They didn't borrow money. Probably they want to relocate to another country for a greener pasture. They didn't do that. Some of them borrowed money for new hair, new smartphone. The smartphone, it's not that they are buying that smartphone for business purposes, just for functionality. They just want to be inclusive or in the cycle of having a smartphone. Some borrowed money to buy a brand new car. Some got something that is not useful, maybe clothes. Some just had a party. Just they want to have a party. They borrowed money. And those kind of persons are your friends. They are your cycle of friends you keep. What are you doing? What makes you feel you're not going to come online and start begging for urgent 2,000? That's what exactly you're looking at. Because if you've borrowed all your money, all the savings you could have, you've saved from January to December, you spent them just to celebrate Christmas, just Christmas, then you're preparing yourself for doom already. It's not just going to be easy. It's either you have a rethink, work on your mindset, you have a rethink, be strategic, have a rethink and tell yourself, you know what, I've been so foolish for so long. I need to have a new rethink, or have, redefine myself. If you don't, that's how it's going to be. Sometimes some people feel like, January becomes like a lengthy month. It's more like 59 days. January becomes so very long, and things don't just work the way it is, because most businesses are trying to recuperate, and some businesses, they are trying to bounce back. because they have to make plans and test the market come 2025. So you that would have saved a lot, you squander everything you have. I will give you a little bit insight. Look at nations. If country, government sit down and said, oh, you know what, 2025 we are having a budget. They said, we are having a budget for 2025. This is how much we are budgeting for 2025. This is for health. This is for education. This is for security. This is for infrastructure. This is for investment. This is for, miscellaneous. This is to refurbish. They have all these plans all listed out. What makes you feel you don't need to do that? Why aren't you doing the same thing? Why aren't you making same plans to say, you know what, I'm making plans for myself come 2025. I will not squander all my money, all my resources on just one specific thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to position my phone. Yeah. Why? Why can't you do same? No one is coming to save you except you want to keep begging to 2,000. Except you want to keep doing the same or living the same way you've been living. At some point in time, you have to tell yourself, I keep getting from people. When am I giving to people? When? I keep getting. When can I give? Or am I just destined to keep taking? No, you have to have it to think. It's not working that way. Life is not going to keep running that race for you. No, that's not how it works. So be intentional about what you're doing come 2025. Be strategic. If you have been the reason why other people are crumbling, have a rethink. Have a change of mind. Revisit your mindset. Be a good person. Try as much as possible to be a good person. You can't just keep taking and don't give. No. You can't sustain friendship in such a form. You should be able to give. Not always receiving. You also give. Let people benefit from you. In your intellect. In your support. Your emotional support. Psychological support. All way around. Be a giver as well. Don't just keep using people and thinking that that's how it is. It's not cool. Sometimes the people you feel you're using, they might know. Don't think because they are so friendly, they are too good. I want to keep using them. They don't know what I'm doing. They know. You're just the one fooling yourself. So have a rethink. Have a rethink. Structure your mindset. Be intentional. Be intentional. Don't be the captain that always give wrong directions. Don't be. Don't always be the problem. Try to be a solution at some point. At least, if that's the best you can do for yourself or do for other persons, that's okay. It's worth doing. 2024, if it has not taught you a lesson, learn from it. You still have a few days to make amends. Just one day or 72 hours or thereabout. You can revisit yourself. Things that you failed at, revisit them. If you've done better, improve on yourself. If you think you've done well 2024, improve yourself. Sometimes I always tell people, there are a lot of platforms. You can actually go online, get more certifications, read more books, get more, just get more knowledge about some certain things. Life is open for everyone to study. Life is not restrained to a certain people. Life is open for everyone to study. But it all depends on what you choose to study. If you are always good in studying the things that brings people down, you remain in that cycle. But if that's your point, if that's what you enjoy doing, keep doing it. But mind you, a time will come, you will pay heavily for it. A time will come, you pay heavily for it. So please, it's going to be a new era. I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ. I believe in Jesus. He's my all and all, my foundation. He's my life. But I believe 2025 is going to be a year of answered prayers. Whatever you venture into to do, you want to do it rightly, definitely God is going to perfect it and answer your prayers. But you need to do something legitimate. You need to do something. Stop thinking of bringing people down. Stop becoming the one that always open negative doors into people's life. Stop it. Stop becoming an unfriendly friend to your best friend. If you don't want this person's progress, kindly leave. Kindly leave. If you don't want to be in the cycle of people who are progressive, kindly exit. Leave. Don't be a torment to those who are running a race of perfection. If you're not ready, don't join the race. If you know you're going to slow people down, don't go down, don't join the race. If your intentions is to make sure you keep people down, don't join the cycle. Don't join the cycle. If your intentions are just basically on how to make sure you see people's business crumble, don't join them. Don't be there. That's the best you can do for them. If you're married, you have a wife, you have a husband. You are a husband that always wants your wife to be in pains. You're a bad man. If you're married and you're a husband and you know quite well your wife is smart, you know quite well she can actually excel in a certain businesses, and you have the capacity to help her out, and you choose not to help her out, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. If you have a wife, you know quite well your wife is very industrious, she's productive, and because of your own mindset, your very little mindset, and your very small, very myopic mindset, you choose to put your wife down. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. You have this spirit of jealousy of always there. You don't want your wife to excel. You're a bad man. You are a bad man. You are being manipulative. You just manipulate your wife all the time to make her feel that she's not useful. You're a bad man. You're a very bad person. You have to have a rethink. Rethink. And if you're a wife, all you do, you just see that your husband is having some change. All you want to do is to get that money off him. Squander it for nothing. You're a bad person. You're a bad woman. If you're not supportive of your husband's dream or your wife's dream, you're a bad person. If everything is all about me, you're a bad person. Have a rethink. Have a rethink. 2025, have a rethink. Be intentional. Have a rethink. Have a rethink. Have a rethink. Have a purposeful living come 2025. Don't squander your time again. It's more like God is giving us a second chance to restart. Now, you're preparing as an athlete. If you want to go for a train, you're preparing yourself for an Olympic Games. You need to train harder. You need to probably sit down and do a research on your opponents, people that you might be running with, their strength, how their performance. So why don't you do the same thing towards 2025? Take a statistics on how you've progressed from January to mid 2024 and take it down to 2025. What actually went on? What went wrong? What went right? Things that you could fix, things you couldn't fix. Why were those things there? Check, brother. You might be privileged enough. You might be opportune to have it done over and over again to perfection. So if you've tried before and you failed in your businesses, bro, congratulations to you. You tried. Go back and try again. Venture into the same business. If peradventure that business failed because you have no insight about that business, sit down and have a rethink about the business. Definitely, you might see where your lapses came in. Try to learn from those who have went through that same phase and study them and see what they went through and understand them. If you want to invest on it, invest on it. But don't just go about lazying around come 2025. Because most people, they have heard it. They are fed up to their neck over what you do to them. It's not that they don't know what you do. They know what you're doing and how wrong they are, they know. But if you feel they don't know, they know. They know. So don't be the reason why other people cry. Don't be the reason why people shed tears all the time. Don't be the reason why people are like, oh, I wish I knew. Don't be that reason. I believe 2025 is going to be an exciting year for anyone who is intentional about taking a quick decision over their life. So if you've watched this video to this place, please follow our page, Morgan Charitable Foundations. Like our page, follow our page on our YouTube. You can subscribe to it. You don't need money to subscribe. Follow our page. The least you can do. And thank you for being here. And I really have to appreciate you for all you guys have been doing. Without your comments, your criticism, I will not have opportunity to improve on what I do. And I'm really grateful. Thank you for all of you who sent me messages over the week and over the past few days and weeks. My mom has passed. She has passed to join our Lord and is with God. And thank you all for your condolences messages. It was really beautiful to know there are a lot of people that you never thought they would be there for you, and they are there. Let's keep the love going. Let's start sharing the love. Let people feel the impact of your presence, you being here on earth. Let people see you. Let people know that you were here. Let people know that you were here. Let people read about you when you are no more. Positive things. Let people know you, that you did your part. You did your part. Let people see that. And God will be proud of you, just like the way people are proud of you. We have a few time here to live on earth. We are just passing. So at some point in time, let that love lead. Please try to be your brother's keeper. This come 2025, please do the very best you can. Don't become the reason why other people cry. Be the light in their darkness. Please try to be the light in their dark side of life. A lot of problem has been going on around the world. We all need each other to stand. Nobody can stand all by himself. We all need one another. If God has been faithful to you, He's been merciful to you, show that to people as well. Let that love transcend to other persons. If God has blessed you, bless other persons. Let them see the light of God in you. Let them experience it. It's not really expensive. It doesn't cost anything for you to love people, for you to be kind to people. It doesn't cost anything. Stop being the problem. Stop being the problem. Stop being the reason why other people cry and shed tears. Be their refuge. Be their peace. Support them. If you can support their businesses, support their businesses. Pray for them. Wish them well. We all need this at this time. Please try the possible best you can and be intentional about your plans come 2025. The cycle you've kept so long, if they are not helpful to you, let them go. The businesses you venture into, if the businesses is taking the best of your life, try another business. You're not tied to that business. The job you are going, your co-workers and everything, if the job you do is taking the best of your life, come on. The things, the life and the time you spend wasted, you can't get them back. But you can improve on the one that you have. A new year, a new dimension, a new thought, a new mindset should be what you should be yearning for. Above all, don't leave God. Don't put God in a box. Don't limit God on what He can do for you. Allow God to be the one leading and follow. Allow God to be the one leading, then you follow. And I promise you that this year we're stepping into, God is going to fulfill that which He has promised in your life. But you have to do your part. But don't be the reason why other people cry. Stop adding trouble to the world. If you're opportune to be you're a medical doctor, render your services wisely and nicely and peacefully. Do the very best. Try to give the best you can to the people that are around you, your neighbors, people you come across. Be their light. Be their light. We have experienced a lot of terror in this world already. Let your light be a source of joy to others. Thank you all for being here this evening, and I really appreciate your time. And may God richly bless you. Follow my page, and your comments are very welcome. Criticize me the way you want to. And I love that, because the only one that is perfect is God. And that's why we are trying to follow His footprint. Stay blessed and remain blessed. Always remain blessed. Always learn to be good to people. Learn to be good to people. Let the love of God shine in you. Love your neighbor. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Even when they don't love you, love them. Even when they don't care about you, care about them. And when we continually doing this, by continually doing this, you are spreading love. You are lightening up the world with your little gift of love and peace. Stay blessed, and we meet again. 2025, we are all blessed. Thank you for being here, and God loves you.